Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today I will present a fundamental topic in computer networking, routing and switching. These two mechanisms are the foundation of how devices communicate, both within the same networks and across different networks. In this session, I will explain the concepts, how they work, and at the end, I will show a short demonstration using Cisco Packet Tracer. Before we go deeper, let's begin with understanding the concept of switching first. Let's begin with switching. Switching is the process of forwarding data frames inside a LAN based on MAC address. In simple terms, a switch helps devices within the same network communicate efficiently. Its role includes reducing unnecessary broadcast traffic, optimizing data flow, and improving overall network performance. Now that we know what switching is, let's see how a switch actually performs its job. A switch performs several key functions. First, it connects multiple devices in a LAN. Second, it forwards data based on MAC address. And because each switch port has its own collision domain, the network becomes faster and more stable. Operationally, when a frame enters a switch, it learns the source MAC address and stores it in the MAC address table. If the destination MAC is known, the switch forwards the frame using unicast. If not, it broadcasts the frame to all ports. Now that we understand how a switch works, let's look at the different methods used in switching. There are three common switching methods. Store and forward checks the entire frame for errors before forwarding it. Cut through forwards the frame immediately after reading the destination MAC address, making it very fast. Fragment free is a balanced method that reads the first 64 bytes before forwarding. So that explains switching inside the network. But what if devices in different networks need to communicate? For that, we need routing. Now let's move on to routing. Routing determines the best path for data packets to reach a destination network. Routers connect different LANs, analyze IP packets, and choose the most efficient route. To understand routing better, let's see how a router processes packets internally. A router receives a packet, extracts the destination IP address, compresses it with the routing table, selects the next hop and the correct interface, and forward the packets along the optimal path. To perform this decision, the router relies on the routing table. So next, we will take a look at what a routing table contains. A routing table includes destination network, subnet mask, next hop address, outgoing interface, metric, which represents the cost of reaching that network. There are two main route types, static and dynamic routes. Static and dynamic routes require configuration. So let's take a closer look at them. Static routing is manually configured, stable, and secure, but not scalable for large networks. Dynamic routing learns routes automatically and adapts to change, though it requires more resource. Examples include RIP, OSPF, EGRP, and BGP. Now, with that understand routing, we can move forward to another important concept in modern networks, which is VLAN. A VLAN divides a physical network into smaller, isolated broadcast domains. It improves security, reduces broadcast traffic, and simplifies network management. Devices in different VLANs cannot communicate without routing. So, how do we allow communicating between VLANs? That brings us to inter-VLAN routing. To enable communication between VLANs, we use inter-VLAN routing. This can be done using router on a stick or a layer 3 switch. For example, VLAN 10 for students, VLAN 20 for teachers, and VLAN 30 for administration. A router performs the routing between them. Now that the concepts are clear, let's make a switching even easier to understand through a live demonstration. And now to make the concept of switching clear, I will show a short demonstration on how the MAC address table works inside a switch. This demonstration will be present in Indonesian. Di sini kita akan menggunakan satu buah switch dan juga 3 buah PC. Pertama, saya akan mengecek MAC address table pada switch. Saya jalankan perintah show MAC address table. Di sini terlihat bahwa tabelnya masih kosong. Switch belum mengenali perangkat manapun karena belum ada komunikasi. Sekarang saya akan melakukan ping dari PC 1 ke PC 3. PC 3 tadi sengaja tidak diberi IP, jadi di sini dia tidak akan membalas ping dari PC 1. Bisa dilihat di situ tertulis request timeout. Pada langkah ini, switch hanya menerima frame dari PC 1, sehingga dia hanya mempelajari MAC address dari PC 1 saja. Sekarang, saya cek kembali MAC address table-nya. Di sini terlihat hanya ada satu MAC address, yaitu MAC PC 1 pada port FA0-1. Ini menunjukkan bahwa switch baru mengenali perangkat yang pertama kali mengirim frame. Berikutnya, saya melakukan ping dari PC 1 ke PC 2. Berbeda dengan PC 3, PC 2 tadi memiliki IP, sehingga dia akan membalas ping dari PC 1. Dalam proses ini, switch menerima frame dari PC 1 dan balasan dari PC 2. Dari sini, switch mempelajari MAC address PC 2. Jika kita cek lagi MAC address table, sekarang akan tampil dua MAC address, yaitu MAC address PC 1 dan MAC address PC 2. Switch sudah mengenali kedua perangkat ini dan port masing-masing. Ketika saya ping lagi ke PC 2, prosesnya berbeda dari ping pertama. Pada ping pertama, switch belum mengetahui MAC PC2 sehingga terjadi ARP broadcast terlebih dahulu. Ini membuat prosesnya sedikit lebih lambat. Namun, pada ping kedua, switch sudah memiliki MAC address PC2 di MAC address table. Karena itu, switch langsung mengirim frame secara unicast ke port PC2 tanpa broadcast. Ini jauh lebih efisien dan lebih cepat. Dari demo ini dapat kita lihat bahwa MAC address table dibangun secara dinamis. Switch belajar dari setiap frame yang masuk dan menyimpannya di tabel. Semakin lengkap tabelnya, semakin efisien proses forwarding karena switch tidak perlu broadcast lagi. From the explanation and the demonstration, we can clearly distinguish switching from routing. Switching manages communication within a LAN using MAC address, while routing connects different networks using IP address. Both mechanisms work together to create efficient, secure, and scalable networks. That's all for today's topic on switching and routing. I hope the explanation and the demo have helped you understand how devices communicate efficiently within a network. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you find this useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.